Brimstone is a Fox television series, featuring a dead police detective whose mission is to return to Hell, 113 spirits who have escaped to Earth. The series ran for only one partial season, from 1998–99. Since cancellation, Brimstone reruns have aired on Sci-Fi in the United States from the summer of 1999 onward. The reruns have no set schedule, but are usually aired in marathons during the channel's seasonal events like Creatureland, Inhumanland, and The 31 Days of Halloween. Chiller also began airing reruns on July 28, 2007. It currently airs in sporadic weekday marathons, like Sci-Fi, and has no set airing schedule. Plot: in 1983, Ezekiel (Zeke) Stone was a New York City police detective whose wife, Rosalind, was raped. He tracked down and arrested the offender, Gilbert Jacks, who was cleared of the charges. Furious, Stone then murdered Jacks. 2 months later, Stone was killed and went to hell for murdering Jacks. Later in the show, it was not the killing itself that condemned him but the fact he took pleasure in it. Stone died the most decorated cop in NYC history. 15 years later, a breakout from hell occurs, led by a 4,000-year-old Canaanite priestess named Ashur-Badaktu. The devil explains a few souls have escaped to hell, but nothing of this magnitude, which includes 113 souls. The devil is largely powerless on Earth. He makes a deal with Stone. Stone will be returned to Earth to track down these 113 escapees, and if he can return all of them to hell, he will earn a second chance at life on Earth. The devil seems to hinder Stone's work almost as much as he helps it, however, giving some information but withholding crucial facts or giving only cryptic clues to where Stone will find an escapee, apparently delighting in watching him become more irritable with his interference. It was suggested by an angel that Stone served God's purpose as well as the devil's in his former life when he killed his wife's rapist. Powers and equipment: both Stone and his quarry have superhuman powers related to the amount of time each individual spent in hell, being deceased, immortal souls. Both Stone and the escapees he chases do not display many of the same physical limitations and weaknesses as the living. Throughout the series, both Stone and various escapees are shown to be unharmed by either fire or falling from great heights. They do not bleed, nor do they have a heartbeat. The souls cannot be killed, and injuries can only be inflicted on their eyes. Even with the relatively restricted ways in which a soul can be harmed, in some instances they can feel pain. Each morning the souls wake up in the clothing they were wearing at their time of death. Any material items they had in the pockets when they died continuously regenerate each morning. In Stone's case, this means he awakes to find his badge, his fully loaded service pistol, and $36.27, the amount of money he was carrying when he was murdered, on his person. Normally Stone's items retain no damage from day to day, even if they're hit by bullets. However, this rule is inconsistently applied, as he takes his coat to a tailor in Repentance, attempting to have it mended on a different day than when the damage occurred. Fighting villains: the devil informs Stone that because the eyes are windows to the soul, Stone must pierce the eyes of an escapee to return them to hell. This rule also applies to Stone himself, however. This was modified by the devil in a special case when Stone had to return the man who raped his wife. To kill him, Stone had to employ the same rage as he did when he killed the rapist before. If Stone is returned, his mission would be considered a failure, therefore, he would remain in hell and another person would be chosen to return the fugitive souls. The devil has taunted Stone by reminding him of this and suggesting that certain escapees would be good replacements. However, in It's a Hell of a Life, an angel hints that the reason Stone was selected is because he was the only soul in hell suitable for the task and for a second chance at life. Some escapees have other preternatural powers, such as the ability to control the elements or turn invisible. The devil explains that the longer one spends in hell, the more it becomes a part of them. Even though Stone himself describes them as the most vile creatures, some of the escapees seem to be no more evil than Stone himself. He wears the name and pictographs of these 113 souls as tattoos over his body. As each soul is sent back, their corresponding tattoo disappears in a burning-like fashion, causing Stone to react from the pain it induces. Other characters among Stone's allies are Maxine, the woman who owned the hotel where he stays, and Father Cletus Horn, a blind priest who eventually learned of Stone's mission. Stone occasionally worked with police detectives Ash and Fraker. Much of the series' internal conflict was generated by the fact that Stone's wife Rosalind was still alive and his difficulty in staying away from her. Near the end of the series, Ash was revealed to be the priestess who engineered the escape from hell by using her implied romance with the devil. Though he insisted he never loved anyone but God, she also became infatuated with Stone. Main cast: Peter Horton as Ezekiel Stone, John Glover as the devil. Regular guests: Maria Costa as Tearsita, waitress, Stacey Hyduke as Rosalind Stone, Albert Hall as Father Cletus Horn, Scott Lawrence as L.T. Fraker, Laurie Petty as Maxine, Terry Polo as Det. Ash Orbidaktu. International broadcast. Notes: Karat Peninsula Malaysia was delayed telecast in 2012 with English dubbing and Malay subtitles on every Friday at 1100 until 1200 MST. Karat Republic of Singapore was delayed telecast in 2012 with English dubbing and Chinese subtitles. Karat Hong Kong was delayed telecast in 2012 with English dubbing and Chinese subtitles. Karat Republic of Indonesia was delayed telecasts in 2001 with English dubbing and Indonesian subtitles. A television movie on every Wednesday was first aired on 12 December 2001 at 1900 until 2100. WIB was called as Trans Hollywood, and television series on every Thursday was first aired on 20 December 2001 until last aired on 12 December 2001 at 2200 until 2300 WIB. For Ramadan it was rerun on every weekday, 23 July 2012 until 16 August 2012 at 9:30 until 10:30 WIB. Karat Begin This Last and Final Episode. The show airs every afternoon, especially for this episode. The show airs at 12:30 until 14:25 WIB due to live proclamation of Indonesian Independence Day with the officially raised of the national flag was replaced by the celebrations of proclamation of Indonesian independence anniversary of 67 years. Once during the proclamation of Indonesian Independence Day on Friday 17 August 2012 at 9:30 until 1100 WIB. DVD release. Brimstone is 14th ranked on TV show SunDVD.com's list of unreleased shows as of July 11, 2015. Update. On September 15, 2008, during a home theater forum chat, Warner Home Video representatives said that, despite the wonderful work of Peter Horton and John Glover, there are no plans at this time to release Brimstone episodes.